Why? Why can't you stop all this killing, all this destruction? You can't even count all the people that you're killing. You can't even measure the destruction you're doing to Earth. Soon we're all gonna die because nobody cares. You say you care, but what are you doing about it? Just care about your own lives, about your own surroundings. Soon it will all be gone. All those ancient civilizations that the archaeologists are digging up now, that some think are aliens and some other kind of beings, that's bull. That was humanity before. They were advanced, even more advanced than we are now. Those aren't wonders. It isn't genius. Those are just examples of mankind's failures before. And we're going to top it. Because we're going to totally destroy humanity and we're going to totally destroy Earth. Do you really think any of us going to survive what is coming? Don't you want to feel good? There's people around you that like you and love you. Don't you want to live longer? Don't you care about anybody but yourselves? Think about what you're doing. Think about other options, about being able to live a good life. At Christmas, whatever the cultures or the religion behind it, the feelings of togetherness, of just forgetting about all the negative and a new rebirth. About love. There's no fun about hate. There's no fun about killing. But even those of us who want to love and who actually care, we also have to think about killing just to be able to survive. It's ludicrous. It's stupid. I used to admire Albert Einstein. Do you know what's the one thing I remember about Einstein? I know he's had many inventions and come up with some genius stuff. But the one thing I remember about him is that his work is responsible for atomic bombs, atomic reactors, spaceship destroying our ozone layer even faster than the cars are. I love intelligence. I respect genius. I don't like Einstein anymore. He's just one example. You can go to the library and look at all the inventors. All their work has been abused and misused and is being used to destroy Earth. Me, I've done nothing with my life. And I only wanted to be good. I don't know how much time I've got left in life. But I'm disappointed in myself. I'm disappointed in you. I'm actually disgusted. Humanity sucks. You're all stupid. Nobody is doing right. And whatever your belief system, you have failed it. Whether you believe in God or anybody else, whatever culture you have, it's all for nothing. Because everybody is going to die. And you think you're going to be forgiven for destroying Earth? Think again. You can go through all the religions, all the cultures, all the belief systems. If you go far enough, in the beginning of each of those cultures and religions, you'll find one thing is the same right through. The purpose of mankind. And that is to look after Earth. The way those little birds pick off lice off a buffalo's back. Us human beings, that is our purpose on Earth. We're supposed to look after Earth. We've done nothing but destroy it. Oh, I know there are good people everywhere. Or even if they are in the minority. But they have also failed for lack of doing nothing. Oh, yeah, I know. Everybody says, yeah, everybody just got to do their little bit. Do you think that's enough? Look around you, look at Earth. In South Africa last year alone, just from car accidents, over 12,000 people died, of which 47% was pedestrians. They don't even drive cars. And they get killed. How many people all over Earth die for nothing, just so that we could have our own little bit of fun, have our own little bit of comfort? Soon, nobody will have fun. Nobody will have comfort. Your death is not going to be nice. Your children's death is not going to be nice. Even if you're selfish, you just care about yourself and your chick. You watching her die is not going to be nice. And vice versa. Because that's what we're busy doing now. We're watching each other die. I don't want to die at all. This earth was created to continuously rebirth and regrow. You can take a patch of grass, burn it, and next year it's there again. We were made the same. We just messed up Earth so much that we're all dying. Forget about those that are dead already. Think about those living souls around you. The people, warm, comforting when you give them a hug. It's not just them that are getting comfort. You giving them a hug actually gives you comfort. If you don't know what that feels like, you're missing out. People are the most wondrous beings in creation. We are capable of so much if we care. And building a spaceship and putting a man on the moon, that is nothing. Can you fix Earth? That's something. Because you can. Why don't you want to? In future, somebody could be reading about you having saved Earth, having saved humanity. You could be the hero of the day. All you have to do is prove yourself useful and start fixing Earth. There's much we can do. We have the knowledge to make deserts green. Why aren't we using it? No, because we got seed banks in Antarctica in case of a crisis, in case of a catastrophe. Why aren't we using that seeds now? This is a catastrophe. We're all dying. Some of us faster than others, but we're all dying. And soon we're all going to go all together in one big bang. As if this time is not going to be like the last time. It's not going to be like the Great Flood or great earthquakes. This time when we blow ourselves up, we're actually going to blow Earth up as well. You think you're going to get in the spaceship and leave? The blast will be so big you'll be ripped out of the sky. Nobody's going to make it. Go do your calculations again. There's so many holes in Earth, oil fields everywhere. Earth has become like one big grenade. The last thing you want now is a third world war, because that's the end of all of us. You all just have to stop fighting. Your leaders, you can tell them to stop. You can tell them stop now. Whether you're right or wrong, whether the enemy is right or wrong, both sides, the people can stop your governments. You can force your governments to stop the fighting. Whether you're intelligent or whether you're stupid, doesn't matter. We are all unique. We all have our uses. Please, stop the fighting. Stop creating. If everybody on earth, we who lives off this earth, whether we're good or bad, we all live off this earth. It's keeping us alive. So we're all responsible for it. If each one of us has to plant a tree every month, you're talking about 8 billion people now. Can you imagine 8 billion new trees every month? How long will it take before the whole earth is a Garden of Eden? I'd say less than a year. What does it take to do it? Go to your government office, go to your president, go to your king, go to your prince, whoever is in control. Tell him, make this law that everybody here must plant a tree every month. And by example, he must immediately go out and plant his first tree. If he doesn't, depose him. You outnumber him. You're his security. If he knows that his security is going to support this, he's going to support it because he's going to be scared of his own security. Make them do it. Those billionaires, they have the resources to fix Earth. With a tenth of their money, I'll do it. And I don't want it. I just want everybody to start doing it. There are poor all over Earth, in the best countries. People suffering, people living like pigs, eating out of dustbins, going on to drugs because it keeps them warm and makes them forget the pain. Actually, it doesn't make them forget the pain. It just makes the pain more bearable. Now you can take those people, start new communities on the edge of the deserts, and start making the deserts green. Start on the outside of the desert and work in. If all the countries do that, the deserts will become green. We'll live again. The ozone layer will start repairing itself. There's so much we can do. There are solutions. We have the solutions. We have the knowledge to make fuelless vehicles. I'm not the brightest on earth. I'm definitely not the most stupid. But I'm not the brightest. But me, in my humble position, if I had the resources, I could build you a vehicle now that drives without fuel. And I'm not talking about electricity. They're still using fuel. They're still burning coal and diesel and petrol, whatever, to keep those generators running to supply the electricity. I'm talking about completely fuelless vehicles. We have that knowledge. It's not being used. I can make a fuelless generator. You could power your whole house or a factory with fuelless generators. How much money will you be saving for your company? How much money will you be saving in your budget for your home? You'll be able to go on a better holiday at the end of the year because you're saving all that electricity money. I have that knowledge. Nobody wants it. Nobody seems to understand what we are or why we are here. And I don't get that. I grew up with learning disabilities, yet I've learned it. And I'm not genius. But believe me, you people make me feel like a bloody genius. I've been told I should be more humble. It's difficult. I'm humble. Well, I sort of was. But you make it almost impossible for me to be humble. Because I look at what you do. Not that I'm any better. But if I look at the way humanity is going now, I can't believe we're all equal. There are some that are way, way dumber. And some of them are even considered geniuses. If they're geniuses, why is it necessary for me to say these words? I can create a vehicle that runs on zero fuel. You will need a bit of oil for the bearings and stuff. but no fuel. I could go park it in front of your home. You could bring out a lead, plug it into my vehicle, and power your house. And our governments, our geniuses have that knowledge and they're keeping it from us because they just want more money. It's really not nice to be evil. Once you get away from all that high life and actually get to know real life, you actually won't go back. You won't want to. We can all be happy. We can still have our different cultures. Nothing wrong with that. But there's one law that's supposed to top all countries' laws, and that's the laws preserving Earth. You have all these organizations like Greenpeace trying to save this bird or that animal or that desert. Who wants to save a desert? Come on. Stop the drilling on the west coast of Africa. Why don't you stop all the drilling? You want to stop the drilling for oil? Why don't you stop the drilling for diamonds, for gold, for everything else? We don't need it. There's enough of it around. You want to wear it? Why? You look stupid. I was told I shouldn't demand anything. I should compromise. I don't see why. Why should I compromise when Earth is dying? If you talk about Earth being a living planet, you say Earth is alive. If you say Earth is alive, does that mean it has a soul? Can you imagine Earth having a soul? Something that big having a soul and having feelings. Can you imagine what that Earth is feeling towards us now? You don't want to go there. Like I said, we can use our poor, start new communities in the desert. Our governments can subsidize it. These billionaires, I think I read somewhere Elon Musk saying that if somebody could come and give him a solution to fix all this, he would stop what he's doing and he would actually invest in that. Well, show him this video. I'm ugly, dirty. There's not much here except the knowledge that we need to save Earth. All those billions that the billionaires have is going to mean nothing. Bitcoin, man, that is like fake monopoly money. It's like fake money being faked again, and being used to buy up real money. They're just destroying our economy. Same as the stock market. 2008, I had my own business. I'm in South Africa. The American stock market had trouble, so they just did a few adjustments, and my business failed this side. So they could survive in the stock market, so they could keep on making billions. That is bull. That must stop. We don't need that. The economists are going to convince you, no, we need the stock market. We need Bitcoin. That's bull. We need to live. All of us. That is not even real work. Sitting at your computer for a few minutes and you made $1 million or $2 million. So you feel clever. Bull. Somewhere in another country, someone is dying of starvation because of your few minutes on the computer. Haven't we made enough money? You're not going to live all that long. You're not even going to be able to enjoy it. Soon you'll be dead. It's going to mean nothing. I hear about the governments and the organizations having 30-year plans and 50-year plans and 150-year plans on how to diminish the use of plastic and so on and making Earth a better place. You're not going to last that long. Earth is not going to last that long. These people coming up with these things, they just want it to be good for them now. So they're keeping everybody else at bay. They don't care about what happens to Earth. They don't care about you. They don't even care about their own families. You drive a car. You're killing your own children. I see a car with a sticker of there's kids in this car. Are we only supposed to drive carefully because there's now kids in that car? Shouldn't we care about everybody else? Why are those kids more important than me? Why are those kids more important than somebody in another car? Or some pedestrian? When you drive a car, those fumes are killing Earth. They're killing the people on the street. They're killing your kids. Oh, you got an air con in your car? You're getting less of the fumes? Those tires, when you're on a used tire, you rub your hand over, it's full of black. It looks like you put your hand into coals. That's not the tire that black comes from. That black comes from the fumes of all the cars. And that's what we're sucking into our lungs. Oh, blame the smokers for cancer. That's bull. Smoking makes it worse. But cars cause cancer. Kids, people end up getting cancer. And they think it comes from this guy smoking a cigarette or working in that factory or whatever. Maybe that's a contributing factors, but it's everything we do to Earth that's causing it. That person was once a kid, and as a kid, already was suffering from malnutrition. Oh, maybe he was eating a lot, but he was still suffering from malnutrition because of all the junk we're putting into the food. And it's junk. Oh, we can take these supplements because the food's not good enough anymore. So then eat more food. Do they tell you what they make the supplements of? Sometimes not even from the fruit or the vegetables. They make it from junk. The closest they come to using veggies is maybe the peels or some old rotten food. They don't care. They just want to make the money. Have you seen a health store? There's no food in the health stores. Only pills and powders. Okay, most of them have honey as well. That's a good thing. But there's no food. We've got, here in South Africa, we've got something called Food Lovers Market. It's a big store. It's like a superstore full of fruit and vegetables. And they've got a health section full of supplements. Their store is an actual health section, and they've got a separate section for health. How the hell do you do that? Chuck out that junk. You don't need it. We're all dying, and nobody's doing anything to stop it. I seem to be the only one on earth that believes earth can be saved. I seem to be the only one on earth who believes earth has to be saved now. I've been yelled at about, you think you know everything. I don't. But if I'm the only one who believes that we can save earth and that we should, then I obviously know more than everybody else does. And I'm not the brightest boy in town. Where does it put you? As a youngster, I had a dream or vision, or call it what you want. I was 14, 15 years old, but I was anemic, I was weak, I was small for my size. I was more like an 11-year-old. And I used to sleep in my shorts. And in this dream, I was standing in the shorts, knee deep in like an ocean full of skeletons, bones, everywhere. In front of me, on this big black horse with medieval style armor, was something that looked like the Grim Reaper on steroids, or should I say on super steroids, with a big sword about 3 times my length or more. And he was hacking at me and attacking me and stabbing me and chopping me, and I just stood there. Obviously it didn't miss, I felt it. But my life was a lot like that. But what I came to realize over the last few years about that vision was that, amongst other things, everybody's dead. You think it's going to be salvation from somewhere? You're dead already. Because you failed at the one thing that mankind was created for, or evolved into, and that was to take care of earth. You can be successful at everything else. You can have a pure heart, a good conscience. You've only done good your whole life. What have you done to save earth? Because I know nobody's doing anything. I'm not doing anything. A few posts on Facebook, that means nothing. 20 people at most see it. Facebook controls it. You got to pay them so more people would see it. I don't know what to do to convince everybody. But everybody needs convincing. If you're listening to this now, sit and think about it, convince yourself. Then convince the person next to you. And get groups together, convince them that this is the right thing to do. We got major issues like politics, religion, nature, health. What else? Business. Okay, those 5 main points. There's more, but let's start with those 5, plus thousands of subdivisions. All those areas are problem areas. They all need fixing. Because none of them are there to preserve earth. And all of them are meant to be preserving Earth and humanity. So they all need fixing. I've been studying most of my life in different ways, in different manners. And the little knowledge I have, such as making the deserts green, fuelless motors, generators, stop sending spaceships through the ozone layer. If the cars and the factories are destroying the ozone layer, then those planes, jets and aeroplanes would be like taking a blowtorch to the ozone layer. Things like that. I do have some knowledge, and I'm willing to share it to everybody who wants to hear it. But we must all start working together to fix Earth. We don't, we die. And I don't want to die. I don't want to go to heaven. I want to stay here, fix Earth, and live longer. Because I know if Earth is fixed, I will live longer. And so will you. We have the knowledge. We have the resources. We have the manpower. We can keep on killing and destroying each other. Or we can save Earth and ourselves. We don't have to live together. We just have to live together on Earth. We don't even have to like each other. But we can unite in one common purpose. And that is to survive. Because the rate we're going now, none of us are going to make it. Everybody, oh yeah, people dying. Where do we bury them? Stop burying them in the cities, in the communities. Go bury them in the middle of the desert. Compost. Make your dying family member count for something. Bury them in the middle of a desert with a tree on top. Why not? Be useful, even in death. Make it illegal to bury someone in the city or in a town. Oh, but our ancestors, well, they're dead. They're not going to save you now. Has any of them ever come back and told you, listen, yeah, you must do right, or you're going to end up in hell like me, or you must do right, and you can be in heaven like me? Ah, come on. They're dead. And so are you going to be. Think of the living. And you're really worried about your ancestors? All those ancient civilizations. Ever wonder what happened to them? Where's those mass graves for all those big cities? Because that's global. It's obvious that the whole earth was populated before. So what happened to all those dead bodies? Do you know what oil is made of? Dead bacteria. Do you know what happens to a whole planet full of people dying all at once? All those dead bodies? Well, they get turned into oil. You're burning up your ancestors, your real ancestors. Think about it. Ask the scientists and archaeologists if what I just said is possible. If it's real. Ask them if they want to live. Ask anybody, or any of those clever people, is this man telling the truth? They can't argue with what I'm saying now. In the end, they'll all come to the same conclusion. We're all going to die. Most of Earth are paying thousands of rands and dollars and pounds or whatever, thousands every month, so they can one day have a proper burial. They've already accepted they're going to die. don't go the way they're going. Tell them you want to live. What do they call it? Life insurance? It's not life insurance. It's death insurance. When you're dead, you get nothing. You're not going to get your life back. They're conning you out of your money. It's death insurance. Keep on paying it if you want. But tell them you want to be buried in the desert with a tree on top of you. Where I am now, I don't have clean water to drink. And I live in a city. They actually call this a resort area. And there's no clean water in this place. The only place you can get clean water is by buying bottled water. And then you're not always, in this place you can't always be sure that it's fresh. You got to check those dates, which is so small you need a magnifying glass to read it. Go read the warning labels on the tabs you drink, the stuff you rub on your body. Most of it's poisonous. Those creams and lotions, they tell you, rub it penetrates the skin. Everything you rub on yourself penetrates the skin. So, okay, you're not allowed, shouldn't drink it or eat it. You just need to use it on your skin. You're still getting it in. Think about what you're doing. You're killing yourselves. You're killing your children. The ones you love. The ones you say you love. It's time we stop doing this. We've all been indoctrinated to kill ourselves. Because there's a few that believe in the end they're going to be the only ones to survive and they're going to be able to control Earth and live happily ever after. They're wrong. No one's going to make it. Unless we all do something. We all live off Earth. We all live off each other. We do not take care of Earth and we do not start taking care of each other. We are all going to die. If you insist on killing yourself, go out to the desert, dig a hole, go lay in that hole, make a last meal and kill yourself. And be of some use as compost at least. But let us who want to live, let us live. If you want to know more, just ask me. I'll tell you everything I know. I don't mind. I don't need to become rich or anything else to live a happy and fruitful life. Because I already know who I am now. What I am. And why I am here. I'm here for this moment to tell you to stop killing me, to stop killing Earth, to stop killing your friends, your family, the ones you love, your mistress, your lover, whatever, your dog, your cat, your parrot. Stop killing everything. Stop destroying Earth. Let us live together. I don't like this group style living at all. But doesn't mean I can't live together with you on this planet. And okay, I don't think it's a planet. I think Earth is actually a living being. It's alive. There's no doubt about that. So let's start taking care of Earth and ourselves. We can be happy and alive. You've been sad before? So what? Everybody has. You've been in pain? So what? Everybody has. What do we do now and in the future? That is what matters. And when I say in the future, I'm hoping that there will be one. For me and for you. So please, 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 don't just ignore this. Help us save Earth. I'm Michael. Let me keep on being Michael. Let me not become dead bacteria. I want to live longer. I like life. It's good. But we make a mess of it. Let's stop now, please. Let's fix this. Our own sex.